Jamie, where would you like to start? Because the conversation so far this morning has been about Mo Salah and whether or not he's the best winger in the Premier League. Well, actually, the question here is Premier League history. But I'd like to ask you a bit about what Jamie Carragher said about saying that he is the best in Europe at the moment. What do you think?
He's the best player in the world for me. I think if you're looking at a player who's playing at the peak of his powers, I can't get away from anyone. I can't look at anyone and think they're doing better than Mo Salah, because he not only is he doing it in the Premier League, which is the best league in the world, he's doing it in big games. You know, that performance against Man City was absolutely outstanding. The individual brilliance, just everything, especially his goal. I mean, the first one for Mane was great, used his pace and skill, but his goal was outstanding. Not only did he used all his attributes in one moment: strength, quick feet, pace, power, skill, and then the finish with his weaker foot just showed how good he is. I think this is a big statement, and I don't want to go out and go like sort of two-footed early doors. But
you're going to.
But I'm going to. I think he's the closest thing to Lionel Messi that we've seen without being Lionel Messi.
Are you saying ever?
No, not ever, because since Messi's prime, since Messi's era and his prime, if you're looking at another player who comes close to him in terms of a type of player like Messi, I think it's Mo Salah.
Ali?
I don't think he's normally prone to an outrageous one at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning, but I'm cutting him a bit of slack this morning because that performance yesterday, that goal yesterday, Jamie, I don't know if you heard it when Laura and I were talking. I was at a Rangers game yesterday, come back in and watched had a couple of pints and watched the second half of the Liverpool game. And when you're watching a game in a crowd with guys, and you just go, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, the drag back itself, then onto his left, back onto his right, and he hits it early. Yeah. And he just hits it early, and it's by the goalie. It's one of the best goals that I've seen in years. And you know something? I've got to say, on current form, I know exactly what you mean, because he has got a similar kind of low centre of gravity. He's got a movement where his upper body can take you away from it. I don't think it's it's an outrageous statement.
You know what it is, Ali? Is when we watch all these, I'm not saying he's anywhere near Messi because he's on another planet, but when we watch Messi, he's done things against players who are world-class players, and you're thinking he's making them look silly. Mo Salah's now doing that. He's doing it. He's not doing it against Norwich or Burnley. He's doing it in massive games against world-class players. So, you look at him and you go, is he appreciated enough for what he's actually doing right now? Because I don't think he is. When we talk about players in the Premier League and we talk about Premier League greats, he's never mentioned. But if you look at the records that he's broken, he has to be in the question as one of the greatest Premier League players ever.
I've got to say, I mean, the goal deserves us talking about it, blinking all morning, if you like. But even the first goal was brilliant. The timing of Mane's run across Diaz, who can't get back to him, I think it just comes blindside of him. But the weight of the pass again from Salah, everything about that goal, it was beautiful, and indeed its execution as well. But
it was a great game, wasn't it?
Oh, it was just a great second half, a tempo, Jamie, man.
It was just a great game. I watched Phil Foden's interview. I think it was 15, 20 minutes after the game, and he still looked like he was catching his breath.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
And he was outstanding as well. It was just two teams going up against each other. The modern day, it's the modern day United v Arsenal, isn't it? That's what it is. It's two teams saying, we're not going to change the way we play for you, and we're just going to go at it, and who wants it more? And it was just a great spectacle for football. But to be fair, Man City should have put Liverpool out of sight in the first half.
They did. Yeah. Do you know what? Their performance in the first half, you're absolutely right. Might have just missed a trick there.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.